Alright, well, I just want to welcome everyone. I know most of you, and most of you, most of you have participated, but we have new faces. And basically, what I want to do today is talk about the fast. I'm going to talk about the cycle that we're in, and I want to talk about essentially the week, but really give you some insight. Because like right now we're filming, so I like to put this up, and people have lots of questions, and kind of give them a audio visual of what this is about. Again, my name is Khepra. This is the 5th year of the program, and a few people, at least 2 people here, it was maybe a couple years ago that they've done it. So a couple years can go by, and I will probably still be here and still doing this sort of thing. So even if you do it this time, I'm not going to be, 2-3 years go by, you come back, I'm not going to be mad at you. I say, welcome back home to your healing, because anyone who goes through this knows the benefits and knows that it's the truth. We're in the month of September, which means that we're approaching the fall equinox. Anyone know what major religious holiday we have coming up? Anybody?
Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur, right. It's interesting because most if not all religions, their holidays are in alignment with astrological phenomena. Now, again, I don't want to start. That's fact. So I'm not. That's not my opinion, and I don't want to, rustle no feathers with anybody. But that is a fact, and it's interestingly enough, we have Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is a time for. It's supposed to be the Sabbath of all Sabbaths. And with Sabbath, you suppose it's a time of reflection. And given well, first if we look at all of the change of seasons, that each transition stages. Now, the stage that we're going through now, we're now approaching summer. We're ending. It's the end of summer and the beginning of fall. And really, this is the time, we all set our New Year's resolutions in January, and now it's time to start thinking back to those New Year's resolutions that we made. And interestingly enough, so if we start with December 21st, December 21st is the shortest day of the year. Okay, and again, lots of ancient traditions. Again, because it's the shortest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. Because again, and below the equator, it's the longest day of the year. So, with the shortest day of the year, means that the sun energy is at its weakest, and the dark energy and the moon energy is at its strongest. So it was at a time where it was a celebration, because after December 24th, there was a 3-day period where the sun almost stands still. By December 24th, going into December 25th, then you had the days are now getting longer. So it was the birth of the sun, okay? And fasting, during that time is also very, again, because it's a change, and there's things that's happening in our body. So that's really what I want to key. I want to get into a lot of it. I want to focus on. It's important to understand these phenomena and see how it relates to our bodies, because December, March, June, and September are times when people start coming out with seasonal sickness, congestion, more so than the other months. And they say, why is that? Well, they say, it's the pollen. Oh, it's the cold. No. Just like a female is on a natural 28-day cycle, we're all on this 3-month cycle. And the 3-month cycle, just like a woman, depending on what her diet was in those 28 days will depend upon the bleeding cycle. You know, so again, a lot of starches, a lot of dairy, a lot of meat. There's going to be some heavy bleeding, probably 4, 5, 6, 7 days. PMS before that, you know, so post-MS, you know, so so you know, you just so when you know you start to do a program like this, you know, we're the whole thing is eating clean food, you know, and clean food is food that has water, because again, we're mostly water-based creatures, so we need our food is one thing to drink 8 ounces or 8 glasses of water a day, but your food, to eat food that has 80% water, or at least 50% water. You know, where we come into the world, you know, being 70–80% water, and then it goes down and goes down, and as we age, it goes down, and because we're not eating, we should be eating water as our food, and therefore our body can better digest it, because it's just like squeeze pump. It's squeezing the water out of the food, and therefore, you know, it has no more use for it. So back to September with the fall equinox. Again, each pivot point, you know, with the 3 year, just like I said, how a woman and how that correlates. What you did in these last 3 months, you know, will show up in terms of what your body is going to have to is dealing with. So with this particular detox, we focus on the coconut water. And with the coconut water, it serves as water and food simultaneously. So by it doing that, it can promote and assist with your digestion. It can assist in elimination, not just with the kidneys. It will also move the bowels. So no colonics needed, no herbal teas or anything like that. As a food and as a water, there's no other food that has that distinction. I mean, watermelon comes close, but with the coconut water, we can drink the water, and not only it can do so much for us in our body, but it also can allow you to go to work during this week. It can allow you to have energy, and a lot of times more energy than what you had. So, you know, the last 2 detoxes we did, we were outside every morning, you know, working out, you know, everybody pops up, you know, so you'll be able to wake up easier, because again, your body, you're giving your body a well-deserved rest. And during this pivotal time of the year, where now the sun is moving into the weakest stage of the year, as it now descends going into December 21st. It's a time, you know, it correlates, you look at the farmers now, it's a harvest time, harvest season, but it's also a time, you know, like the farmer inspects the crops to reflect and say, okay, what he did right, what he did wrong, he or she. So as human beings, we can also do that. There's an opportunity for us to do that, to reflect and to use that information to going into December 21st, the winter solstice, and then on to the next year. So it's very critical this time. In terms of I'll talk a little bit about the juice regimen. Again, I talked about the coconut water. Tomorrow we'll also have coconut milk. So it's going to be the fresh coconut meat or jelly, as some people like to say, and that's blended up with the coconut water. We're also going to have a vegetable juice, but that's also going to be blended with the coconut water. So everything is based in the coconut water, and it allows, again, in the assimilation, you know, it's a whole food as water, which is just, you know, I keep saying that, but it's just so amazing that you know, nature has made no mistakes. So I'll stop there. I know a few people have to leave, so I wanted to do this now and give everybody a chance to meet everybody, or most of everybody, We'll be, let's see, in terms of folks, I know there's a few people who are interested in doing yoga. I'm going to see tomorrow about working out at the Davis Center, which is 2 doors down, Tuesday morning. And if that can take place, then that would happen at 6 a.m. Okay, so for those of you who are interested in it, it's an option. I encourage people to, in terms of working out, I think gentle exercise, walking, as I get older, I was play sports for a long time, and I've done martial arts and now yoga. Walking is the best exercise. We underestimate it, especially in the morning. So even if you just, you went on your nightly walks or your morning walks, there's nothing that beats walking. It's just, again, I don't know the science, but I guess I can just to think, it doesn't jar your body, number one, like some recreational activities or working out regimens do, and it just assists in, this body was designed to move. So in terms of longevity and balance, walking just provides all of those things, without, we know that running can be can have some side effects to that. Yoga, as I've been doing yoga for a long time, that certainly has some, can have some detrimental effects over time. But walking, as long as we can walk, we should take advantage of it. It could be one day that could be taken away, and it's like, we take it for granted. So we really should make it, and this is a perfect week for that. So I encourage that. Is there any questions in terms of the week?
Well, you mentioned Tuesday for the yoga. So
yeah, I mentioned Tuesday, so I'll let you know tomorrow when you pick up your juice. So if for everyone that doesn't understand, it'll be a nightly pickup. You have the option of picking up that morning, depending on what your schedule is. But for most people, it works that they can pick it up in the evening, so that you can have it ready in the morning. Tomorrow there's the milk along with the vegetable juice. It's not a hot day, so the milk is very sensitive, very temperature sensitive. So you want to refrigerate that immediately. The other things are pretty stable. Even when you have your juices during the day, you want to, again, even if it's 80 degrees and you leave it in your car or whatever, you come back and the bottle is poof, then you know that it's sour. So, and the reason that is because the oil, the oils are, raw-based oils are extremely sensitive. You see oils, like flaxseed oil, different oils that are in their raw state or in dark bottles and refrigerated, because they're very light. Most oils are light sensitive and also heat sensitive. So they can sour and turn rancid. But in the milk, it especially will tell you. So definitely be aware of that. We'll have Tuesday, so that's Monday. Tuesday we'll have we'll do a fruit juice. I'm thinking about doing something a little different and more exciting this time. So I have some fresh noni. Well, I would have thought I would have got that response for something like mango. Noni is an extremely healing food, and it's because just the properties and the fact that it doesn't have the chain of sugars that it contains is a slow burning sugar. So it doesn't feed any, most of our problems, our health issues stem around sugar in some form or another. Whether it's with bread, biscuits, potatoes, yams, cake.